Do you feel stuck, as if no matter how hard you try, you're just not moving forward? Ever wondered where your motivation went, or why nothing seems to be working anymore? It's frustrating and exhausting. But what if the answer isn't to push harder? What if the reason you're stuck has less to do with effort and more to do with what's missing? Today, I'm sharing the real reasons we often get stuck and what we can do to start growing again. But first, if you're new here, hi, I'm Elizabeth. I'm a humanitarian, a United Nations former senior advisor, and the author of the book Human Skills, The Power to Connect. In my work, I help people like you find more happiness, clarity, and fulfillment, not through hustle, but by strengthening the one thing we all need, our human skills. So if you're ready to stop spinning in a place and start making real progress, go ahead and like the video and subscribe for more insights that will help you grow and unlock your true potential. Let's talk about growth, and more importantly, why it sometimes stalls. Think of personal growth like a seed. It doesn't matter how strong or full of potential it is, if it's planted in dry, depleted soil, it won't thrive. That's the part we often miss. Growth isn't just about how hard you try. It's about the condition you're trying to grow in. You could be doing everything right, setting goals, staying busy, pushing forward. But if the soil around you is missing something essential, your growth will feel stunted. Today, I'll walk you through the common reasons why we get stuck and how to shift your condition so you can start growing again. 1. You're growing in the wrong soil. Some environments nourish us. Others quietly starve us of energy and possibility. So if you're feeling stuck, it may not be because you're not trying hard enough. It may be because you've outgrown the soil you're planted in. That might be a job that no longer challenges you, a relationship that's become one-sided, or even a routine that slowly dulled your spirit. And here's the thing, even the strongest roots can wither in poor soil. Growth depends on what surrounds you. Ask yourself, am I surrounded by people and habits that support my growth? Does my environment reflect the life I actually want to live? Self-awareness, the human skill of noticing what's really happening in your inner and outer world, is the first step. Because you don't just grow anywhere, you grow where you are meant to. 2, you are clinging to comfort instead of choosing growth. Sometimes we stop growing not because we're lazy or incapable, but because we are attached to what's familiar. It's similar to staying rooted in a small pot long after you've outgrown it. It's safe, it's contained, but it's just too small for who you're becoming. Growth always asks something of us. It asks us to expand, to stretch, to live behind the predictable. That's why curiosity, the human skill we covered in a previous video, the human skill of leaning into the unknown without judgment, is so powerful. So ask yourself, what am I holding on to that might be limiting my growth? What small brave step can I take towards something new? Remember, growth isn't always dramatic. Sometimes it's just reporting yourself in new soil, a new routine, a new boundary, and a new truth you're finally ready to live. 3, you're comparing your season to someone else's. One of the fastest ways to feel stuck is comparing your timeline to someone else's. You see other people blooming faster, louder, seemingly with ease, and suddenly your own progress feels small or late or not enough. But nature doesn't rush. A wildflower and an oak tree do not grow at the same pace, and they are both beautiful. Just because your growth isn't obvious yet doesn't mean it's not happening. Some roots grow deeper before anything is visible above the surface. So ask yourself, what have I learned or healed recently that isn't outwardly visible but still matters? What does growth look like for me, not everyone else? This is where self-trust becomes essential. To know that your path is valid, even if it looks different. To stay rooted in your truth, even when the world tells you to hurry up. Because slow growth is still growth, and the strongest trees are the ones that take their time. Now let's bring it all together. If you've been feeling stuck, maybe it's not about trying harder, it's about planting yourself in the right condition. Because growth doesn't happen through pressure alone, it happens through care. It happens in nourishing environments. It happens when we stop comparing and start trusting. And often, it happens quietly, like roots deepening beneath the surface, invisible but essential. So this week, choose one small shift to support your growth. Maybe it's tending to your environment. Maybe it's loosening your grip on comfort. Or maybe it's simply giving yourself more time. Drop a comment below. What's one change you're making this week to support your growth? Thank you as always for being here, and I'll see you in the next one.